start your life over, would you?
I don't know. I think about it a lot, but I like the way I am now, and if life was different, I probably wouldn't be that way. When I was 6 years old, when my dad just got out of the Navy, then they started doing drugs, and my aunt didn't like that very much, so she called CPS, which is Child Protective Services, and they took me away for the first time. I wasn't really sad or anything, because I don't really like my mom, and I never really got to see my dad. And I was with a bunch of other kids that were in the same situation as me, so that helped out a lot. It was pretty rough. I was 6 years old, going into a new family. Had no clue, never met him before. At first, the kids seemed nice, but that quickly changed. They ended up making me do all their work, and when I refused, they would beat me, and I couldn't tell anyone about it because they just beat me more. And several occasions, they held me off the second balcony, threatening to drop me if I ever told anyone. And one time, I broke my arm, and they beat me up because they thought I broke my arm on purpose to get attention from their mom and dad, and they were afraid that I was stealing attention away from them. And yeah, it was just a pretty bad experience the first time around. After that, I went back with my mom and dad, not for very long though, because they didn't have a place to stay. So I ended up going back to Polinsky again. Same process over and over again. You get used to it after a while, you know. You don't really care anymore. You just can't wait to get out of there and see the outside world again. It's gotta be the hardest part about Polinsky, is being stuck inside that little center all day long, not being able to go outside for fear that you might kill yourself. Even though I've never been suicidal, I've never thought about taking my life. I just think that's stupid. It's like, there's gonna be better things out there in life no matter what you do. So like, why end it now? Because you never know what it's gonna be like in the future. Well, after a couple foster homes, I finally got put in with my aunt. And she had already adopted my brother and my two sisters from my mom. And me and my brother are not a good mix together. We're troublemakers. So, us being us, we used to run away from my aunt and just cause mischief throughout the neighborhood. And eventually she got tired of it and didn't want us anymore. So, he was back off to Polinsky again for the fourth time. After I got out of Polinsky, I went to another foster family. They seemed nice at first. It was kind of like in the movies, you know, it's like everything's good until you actually look at the big picture, and then it's not so good. It's like, I don't know, I got grounded for 2 weeks for sleeping in my boxers, and then I got my TV taken away for like another 2 weeks for watching SpongeBob SquarePants. It's like, come on, I'm a 17-year-old child and I can't watch SpongeBob? Me and the foster mom didn't get along. I don't know what it was, but she just didn't like me. It's like, the only bad thing I ever did, is because she really pissed me off, was I had this little World War II book, you know? And it was full of Nazis. So every Nazi in swastika I circled, and I put her name over it. And then I set it out in the living room so she could see it. And, I don't know, I guess it worked. Because she left the house crying. And some people might say I should feel like a but you know what? I don't. You know, because she was crazy. I don't even know. You know? About 5 months before I turned 18, they threw me out. And then I moved in with my good friend Cody. And everything went good there, you know? While I was living with him, I had a job, went to school, got good grades. But Cody didn't get good grades. And his mother blamed it on me.
You know, back when I was with my family, I used to come here a lot and have fun. But now that I'm not with them anymore, it just kind of brings back sad memories, you know? And I don't know, it's kind of a bad vibe, put me down. You know, this Ferris wheel reminds me of the number one thing in life, fun. So if you don't have fun, you're done. You know, I made that rhyme by myself. I keep it in my notebook. One new text message. I wonder who it's from. It's from my dad. He says he wants to meet me tomorrow. That's one of the things that brings me joy is every time I get a text message from my dad about when we're going to hang out next again, you know? That's what I look forward to every week. Me and my dad have a tradition of going to the movies every Sunday. And we've been doing that for the past 5.5 years. It's the only fun thing we do. I like it. I enjoy it a lot.
Being a single parent, we were homeless downtown. And that's where Sean got his first big test of being alone. He was, when I grew to night college, there was no place to put a 10-year-old. There were no programs for him, so I used to send him on a bus out to his friend's house in City Heights. And he'd ride the bus back. And he wasn't a big 10-year-old, he was a little 10-year-old. And so the bus driver called the cops one night, and about the second or third night we did it, and said, hey, you got this little kid riding the bus, and the cop followed the bus all the way to where I picked him up. And I said, well, he's 10 years old, there's no programs, you know. All right. See you next week. All right, Cody, next week. See you, buddy. Good work. See you guys.
Have fun. Your backpack's open.